Welcome to Dark Zone, where we delve into the spine-chilling world of cursed objects. Some things are better left undisturbed, and today we're counting down the top 10 cursed items that have brought nothing but pain and torment to their owners. These items have taken on lives of their own, and those who dared to touch them soon regretted it. The Dybbuk Box. The Dybbuk Box is a wine cabinet that supposedly houses a malicious spirit known as a Dybbuk. The legend began when a Holocaust survivor sold the box to a collector after experiencing horrifying events surrounding it. The collector reported seeing dark shadows, hearing knocking sounds at night, and even experiencing personal health problems. Later, the box was passed around between owners, with each one experiencing more disturbing incidents. Some claimed to feel a cold presence in the room, while others suffered from extreme misfortune. The box now resides in a glass case in a museum, but many believe the spirit inside is still capable of tormenting those who dare to get too close. It's considered to be one of the most dangerous cursed objects in the world. The Hope Diamond. The Hope Diamond is a breathtakingly beautiful 45.52 carat blue gemstone, but its stunning appearance comes with a dark and sinister history. Over the centuries, the diamond has been linked to numerous deaths, financial ruin, and misery. Several owners have met untimely ends, with some dying under mysterious circumstances or facing violent deaths. Its first known owner, Jean-Baptiste Tavernier, is said to have been torn apart by wild dogs after he sold the stone. The diamond was eventually stolen and passed through various hands, each plagued by bad luck. Today, it resides in the Smithsonian Institution in Washington, D.C., but the curse of the Hope Diamond still looms over it, and many still believe the stone is not just a beautiful gem, but a harbinger of death. The Haunted Mirror of Myrtle's Plantation. The Haunted Mirror of Myrtle's Plantation, located in Louisiana, is said to be one of the most cursed objects in the world. The plantation is steeped in tragedy and ghost stories, many of which revolve around this specific mirror. Legend has it that the mirror reflects the souls of those who have been murdered at the plantation, trapping their spirits inside its glass. Visitors and owners alike have reported hearing strange noises, feeling cold spots, and even witnessing ghostly apparitions in the mirror's reflection. One of the most famous tales involves the ghost of a woman named Chloe, who is believed to have murdered her mistress and children. People who dare to stare into the mirror often describe seeing faces appear, even when no one else is in the room. The haunting presence of the mirror continues to terrorize anyone who comes into contact with it. 7. Robert the Doll. Robert the Doll, a life-size toy that once belonged to artist Robert Eugene Otto, is said to be cursed and is believed to harbor a malevolent spirit. The doll, which is now on display at the Fort East Martello Museum in Key West, Florida, was given to Otto when he was a child by a Bahamian servant. Soon after, strange occurrences began. Otto reportedly began talking to the doll as though it were alive, and neighbors reported hearing eerie giggles and footsteps coming from his room, even when the boy was alone. Over the years, those who have come into close contact with Robert the Doll have experienced a range of terrifying phenomena, including equipment malfunctions, feeling an oppressive presence, and even sudden illness. Some claim that Robert can influence photographs, erasing them or making them come out distorted. Many believe the doll's curse is still active, and visitors are warned to ask Robert's permission before taking pictures, or face the consequences of his wrath. The Busby Stoop Chair. The Busby Stoop Chair is a famous cursed object with a dark and eerie legacy that stretches back to the 1700s. The chair is tied to the story of Thomas Busby, a murderer who was hanged for his crimes. Before his execution, he is said to have cursed the chair, declaring that anyone who sat in it would die. Over the years, several people who have dared to sit in the chair have met untimely deaths, leading to the chair's notorious reputation. It was removed from the pub where it once resided and now sits behind glass in a museum, but the curse is said to persist. The chair has taken on an almost supernatural aura, with some people claiming to experience dizziness, nausea, or an overwhelming sense of dread simply by being in its proximity. Others have died in mysterious ways, seemingly fulfilling the curse, and it is now considered one of the most haunted objects in Britain. 5. the sacred amethyst of the Maya. The sacred amethyst of the Maya is an ancient gemstone believed to have been part of the sacred offerings of the Maya civilization. The stone was said to possess immense spiritual power, capable of bringing both prosperity and destruction. After being stolen from a temple, the amethyst began to bring misery to those who came into contact with it. The first thief reportedly died in a violent accident shortly after stealing the stone. Later, the amethyst was passed from one owner to another, each of whom experienced a series of unfortunate events: financial ruin, severe illness, or sudden death. Some believe the stone holds the spirits of the ancient Maya priests who curse anyone who dares take it from its rightful place. The gem was eventually returned to the temple, but its curse is said to still linger, and many believe that it still holds the power to destroy anyone who seeks it out. The Bell Witch's Stone. The Bell Witch is one of the most famous hauntings in American folklore, and the Bell Witch's Stone is believed to be the source of the curse. In the early 1800s, the Bell family in Tennessee became the target of a relentless poltergeist, said to be the spirit of a vengeful witch. The witch, known as Kate Batts, terrorized the family with strange noises, physical attacks, and a series of unexplained phenomena. According to some accounts, the witch's curse was tied to a stone found on the Bell family property. Anyone who touched the stone would be cursed with bad luck, illness, or death. After the Bell family's tragic end, the stone disappeared, and its whereabouts remain unknown to this day. Some believe the curse still haunts the area, with locals reporting strange happenings and eerie encounters in the vicinity of the Bell Witch Cave. 3. The La Isla de las Muñecas, Island of the Dolls. In the canals of Xochimilco, Mexico, lies a terrifying and cursed place, La Isla de las Muñecas, or the Island of the Dolls. The island is home to hundreds of decaying dolls, hung from trees and scattered across the land. The story goes that the island's caretaker, Don Julian Santana, discovered the body of a drowned girl in the canal, and shortly after, dolls began appearing on the island. He believed that the dolls were inhabited by the spirit of the girl, and he began collecting and hanging them in an attempt to appease her restless spirit. Over time, he too died under mysterious circumstances, and the island has since been abandoned. Those who visit the island report feeling an overwhelming sense of dread and often claim to hear whispers or see the doll's eyes move. The curse of the island still lingers, with some people leaving the island feeling as though they've been followed or haunted by the spirits of the dolls. 1. The Cursed Crying Boy Painting. The Crying Boy painting became infamous in the 1980s after a series of house fires in the UK were linked to it. Remarkably, in each fire, while the entire home would be reduced to ash, the painting of a crying child would remain untouched. Firefighters began to believe that the painting carried a curse. Legend has it that the boy depicted in the artwork was an orphan whose life was marked by tragedy, and his sorrow is trapped within the canvas. People who owned the painting reported streaks of terrible luck, fires, accidents, and financial disasters, all following shortly after bringing the artwork into their homes. Out of fear, many destroyed or discarded their copies, yet stories of its curse persist. The origin of its malevolence remains a mystery, but one thing is certain: those who owned the Crying Boy painting deeply regretted ever touching it. Some objects are more than they appear. Whether it's an innocent doll or a priceless jewel, the curse attached to them serves as a chilling reminder. Certain things should never be touched. You've been watching Dark Zone. If you dare, join us next time for more stories that will keep you up at night.